Sixth interview question is your interest on the learning the new applications or product. Especially these questions when they ask is because being a tester or any person in the IT field or a software field, the learning curve is always should be there. If you are not learning on day-to-day basis, then you will get monotonous and you may not have a good career in software. That means because every day new technologies will come, new softwares will come, new applications will come, new products will come, then being a tester, you should be able to cope up in learning all the new technologies, new application. You should have a high motivation, high energy in learning the new things. So to answer this question, you should talk about some of your previous examples. How did you overcome those challenges? How did you learn new things? What was the value additions you brought in by learning new technology, new application? How quickly you are able to learn the new things? That's how you should be able to answer this interview question. Then seventh is, have you worked under work pressure anytime with the deadlines, and give example? This is very good question because in the IT field or a software field, the pressure of working will be all the time. It will be there. No project will have work-life balances. Most of the project you will have lot of work pressure and lot of tough deadlines. That means you are very flexible. You should convey the message to the interviewer that you are very flexible and you are able to take care of any pressures, or you are able to take care of any time and deadlines. With some of the examples which you have worked on earlier, you should be able to give some examples how you are cope up with different time pressures, work pressures and deadlines, and how you are able to manage the situation in a different way and different manner, right? That's how you should be able to answer, by giving some of the examples of your previous project, by communicating them that these are some of the examples, and how did you manage the pressure, and how much you are flexible to manage the pressure, and as well as deadline, right? How hardworking the person you are. You have to start communicating those to the interviewer. That would give a confidence to the interviewer that you are really a hardworking person. Then the eighth is, how do you cope up with the latest technology? Again, this is in conjunction with the sixth interview question, where because with the new technologies coming up day-to-day basis, it could be for your testing efforts, or it could be your automation efforts or performance effort, or it could be a development effort. So new technologies will keep coming every day and every minute, right? Then how good you are in learning those new technologies, right? So that is how the proactiveness, the proactiveness in learning the new things in a confident way, and what are the things you are doing in learning the new things. So that's how you should proactively communicate to the interviewer that you are a very proactive guy and you are learning every month or every 2 months the new technologies. You try to adapt and you will start seeing how can we bring those technologies into your testing field that would help to reduce the efforts, or if you have tried out any examples, then call that out. That would give a confidence, very much confidence to your interviewer, that definitely they will pick you for their job. Then the ninth is, what is your ultimate career aspirations? This is the interview question. Normally the interviewer will feel to look for you in terms of short-term goals and long-term goals. They expect the answer from you on this for the short-term or the long-term goals. Then whenever you are attending the interview, have always in your mind what would be your short-term goals and what would be your long-term goals, what you wanted to achieve in your life in terms of testing career. That should be, you have to be very confident in answering it, and maybe you should talk about next 3 years I wanted to take up this role, or next 10 years I should be in this role, and I'm already working on it to build my career in this area, and I already done a lot of homework to build my career in this way. If you have some examples, then call that out. Then the 10th and the last question is, what kind of testing process are you using for testing currently? can you describe how you might improve? Because it is a challenging question for yourself, because when they are trying to ask you in your current project there is some testing processes are there, and they are asking you only to find out gaps from that testing process, and how you are going to make a changes to those process to make it better, right? That is the interview questions they are trying to ask here. Now anywhere changes will be there all the time, improvements will be all the time. You should be able to open yourself to accept the change, and you should be able to bring in new changes all the time, because every process will have some loopholes, and there should be all the time correction should be there. So that's how you are going to tighten the processes, we are going to tighten the product quality, right? So this is a way you should answer. You are flexible enough to accept the mistakes, you are flexible enough to take the new challenges, new ideas to improve. You just cannot say in current process I do not find any gaps. It cannot be like that. You talk any process, if somebody does auditing, they can find 200 issues there, right? So hence you talk graciously and talk about positiveness about you and your flexibility, about your acceptance, and how you are going to change those processes that can make you life better. Normally at the end of the sprint we'll have a retrospective meetings where we'll be talking about what all the challenges we faced, what are the gaps are there, how can we improve those gaps. If maybe look back 6 sprints or 10 sprints back, then start getting some of those issues and start highlighting it. How did you rectify those? How you brought in changes to tighten the processes? This is how you should answer these 10 tough interview questions. I am hoping you really enjoyed watching this software testing 10 tough interview questions video. I hope this video was very useful for you in preparing your interview questions and answers. I hope this video was very useful for you in preparing your interviews. If you like this video, please click on like button, and if you visited Testingshala YouTube channel for the first time, then please click on subscribe and bell notification so that all our future videos related to software testing will be in your inbox. That would help you to enhance your software testing skills. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now. Take care.